What is up, guys? Rikakis here, and this is the Vault of Glass for Dummies. This is every tip, exploit, anything I have come across in my vast amount of times playing the Vault of Glass to pass on to you. This is everything conglomerated into one final guide. So, let's get started. The first thing you're going to have to do is open the entrance to the Vault of Glass. Now, how you're going to do this is there's going to be you're going to go onto Venus into a public area, actually, so it's funny you'll see a level 12 run by every once in a while. There's going to be 3 different portal openers. Now, you have to stand on each one of these. They all have to be up at the same time. That's going to build a giant spire that's going to shoot a laser beam at the entrance, and it's going to open. Now, since there's 6 people, I would suggest 2, 2, and 2. 2 in the middle, 2 in the right, 2 in the left. They're very obvious. You've done a lot of missions that you opening these similar style of portals, and what you have to do is defend them from mainly the Praetorians. There will be other enemies that spawn, but a lot of them won't actually take down the portal. It's mainly the Praetorians. You must kill the Praetorians. Now, obviously, since you're split up 2, 2, and 2, don't put the 2 weakest people, like the 2 lowest levels, together. Try to even out the power level of your team. And also be aware that the middle people are going to have kind of the least busy portal. They can stick kind of to the top of pillars and shoot down, helping out the right and the left people. Just make sure that the communication is open, that you guys are saying, hey, you know, Praetorian coming to the middle, Praetorian going right. Just make sure you're communicating with each other, because the middle people really can help out the sides quite a bit, and then every once in a while they just have to go back and kill a Praetorian that has run up to the middle. The next part is protecting the Confluence. After getting in, you're going to find a chest right in front of you, and you're eventually going to get to a diving board, essentially, that you jump into the area that this next part occurs. Now, what's going to happen is there's going to be a structure, a Confluence. You have to protect it. So all the enemies are going to be spawning in the middle, trying to get to this structure. There's going to be a boss with a full away, like think of the Nexus boss from that strike. It has a full, completely 360-degree shield. You cannot kill him yet, so don't even bother, but he's going to be kind of annoying, so try to stay always within cover. Now, a lot of guys are going to start to come at you. Be aware of the Fanatics. The Fanatics will, when they die, drop a green, essentially, sludge. When you go in this green sludge, you will be cursed. The only way to get uncursed is that there is a glowing circle right in the very middle of the map. It's very obvious to see. You go into this glowing circle, you will cleanse yourself. The problem is you can't do it too often because it'll turn itself off, and it's just a really good idea to avoid the green sludge altogether. I've played it many a time while no one has gotten cursed. There's really no reason to get cursed. Now, what's going to happen is you're all protecting this one Confluence. Then it's going to say, you have to pay attention to the little text box in the corner, because it's going to say it's summoning its legions. When it's summoning its legions, everyone kind of conglomerate in the middle, because tons of Fanatics are going to be spawning in the very middle. So rocket launchers, supers, that should be saved for this part. When you kill all of the Fanatics, there's going to be a few Axis Harpies on the left and the right side, but they're usually very easy to deal with. Now, after you kill these guys, the Confluence in the middle is going to delete and go on 2 sides. So you're going to have to protect 2 Confluences. Obviously, just split your team up 3 and 3. The exact same thing. You're just going to defend, and it's going to say it's summoning its legions again. Everyone comes back to the middle. You do the legions thing just like you did before. But then after that time, there's going to be split into 3. So you just 2, 2, and 2, defend again, and finally it's going to say it's split into its legions. You go and you kill the Fanatics for the last time. The next part is the shooting of the oracles. You're going to hear a sound that you should definitely put into your memory, because it's very important. A kind of dinging sound, as if it's on a piano. And now what that means is oracles are going to spawn. The first time it's just going to go from location to location to show you where it spawns. So pay attention to where they spawn. Finally, the last one you're going to have to kill. Now, you're just going to have to fight and kind of survive, and nothing is going to happen. Then you're going to hear this familiar dinging that you've heard when it was showing you the spawns. Then a few oracles will spawn. Make sure your team is adequately placed around the map, and that you have decent amount of sniper rifle ammo or heavy ammo to quickly take out these oracles. If you're a hunter, golden gun works excellently, as you can one-shot these oracles and take out 3 by yourself. If you do not take out the oracles, what's going to happen is your entire team will get cursed and you're fucked. Unless you can get to the middle right away. So it's just really imperative to take out these oracles. You may die a few times, but you will get used to the spawns. There's not gonna, it spawns in the specific places. There's not gonna be a random spawn. You'll know where they're spawning. Also, be aware of the hobgoblins. They're going to spawn outside of the map on pillars. I would suggest bringing in a void sniper rifle so you can just one-shot these hobgoblins if you're high enough level, 26 or 27. As long as you're hitting their crit, you will be able to one-shot them because they will be the reason you're probably going to die, nothing else. The next thing that's going to happen is the fight with the Templar. And finally, we have an exploit for you guys to do. Now, there's going to be a relic in the middle. Don't touch it right now. Let your entire team, let hopefully someone who knows what they're doing grab the relic. But what you're going to do is your entire team is going to jump up onto the different rock structures and kind of be where a lot of the hobgoblins were sniping you from. Your entire team is going to conglomerate up here. Now, whoever is the shield guy, again, hopefully they know what they're doing, they're going to grab the shield and quickly try to jump up onto the same structure your entire team is. If you're doing it right, you will get there at the same time you've all been cursed. Now, all you have to do when you get there is press the left bumper for PS4. It's one of the two bumpers, I think, on the Xbox as well. And you're going to make a shield with that relic. Anything inside that, like, bubble shield will be healed from the curse. So from this platform, you can simply snipe down on the Templar. As soon as the relic holder's supercharges, he just presses the two bumpers again. He's going to shoot his super at the Templar, lowering his shield, and then everyone just starts shooting. Now, the thing is, when you lower the Templar's shield, a lot of the people are going to have a sphere put around them, like a shield sphere that you have to shoot through that sphere in order to get to the Templar and start damaging him. So don't shoot your rock launchers yet. Many a time, someone will shoot the Templar and someone will be ready with the rocket launchers and shoot it and then just hit the shield right in front of them and kill themselves. Just use your normal gun, shoot through the shield until you start damaging the Templar, then whip out your rocket launchers or whatever else you need and damage him even more. Finally, when the Templar is dead, let's get to an exotic chest. Yes, you're seeing right now, you're just going to go through as normal, but then you're going to follow the direction I'm going, and you're going to find a chest. This chest is special because it's either going to give you Ascendant Energy, Legendary class armor, or exotics. Yes, exotics. I've been there when people have gotten exotics. I haven't gotten one myself because this game hates me, but you can get exotics from this chest. It is absolutely worth it to go here. After the chest, you're going to be faced with the Gorgon's Maze. If one of these little fucking harpies see you, your entire team dies. So don't get caught. There is a chest in here though, and it gives Ascendant materials, and those are usually worth getting. Follow the directions I go, both to the chest and to the final area where you can finish, and it is no problem. You're probably going to want to wipe after you get to the chest though. Get the chest, your team loots it. It's easier if you just get spotted, restart from the beginning, and then follow the way I'm showing you to the end, because it's just simpler that way. After the Gorgon's Maze, we have the jumping puzzle. Now, this is kind of a very complicated platforming puzzle if you do it properly. The exploit is that you can just aim for a ledge off to the right. So all you have to do is kind of wait until something spawns about halfway between you and the ledge, jump to that structure, and then finish the jump to the ledge. Once you're on the ledge, just traverse the ledge and you will finish in the exiting area. The only other tip is that sometimes when it looks like the ledge is crumbling away, if you just walk over it, you'll fall. So just jump out and then go back in. It's pretty simple. Alright, now things are going to get a little bit more complicated. Once you get into the final room, this is going to be the area that the final boss fight occurs, but there's one more section before the final boss fight. You have to get 2 relic shields and then protect another Confluence. Now, what's going to happen is that there's going to be several enemies and then a Gate Lord. When you kill the Gate Lord, it's going to initiate the next phase, so I would ignore the Gate Lord at least until all the Hobgoblins are dead. Hobgoblins first, Gate Lord second, just because someone's going to get sniped with a Hobgoblin if you're not paying attention. Once you kill the Gate Lord, you're going to have access to open the 2 portals. There's 2 portal openers and 2 portals right near them. Both of these portals open onto places where you go, and each one of them has yet another Gate Lord. So if you go to the left portal, I believe that is going to be Desert, Mars essentially. You go into the left portal, there's another Gate Lord. When you kill him, you can grab the relic, come out, do the same thing in the right portal. Once you have the 2 relics, you fight off the Minotaurs that are going to be spawning at that point. I'll explain that a little bit later. And then you win this section. So, again, once you kill the Gate Lords that are inside this portal, it is going to trigger Minotaurs to spawn and head towards a Confluence, which is also just spawned in the very middle of the map. So a tip that I have for you guys is go into the first portal. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Go into a portal. Hurt the Gate Lord very, very much till he's almost dead. Then get back out. When you get back out, go to the other portal. Kill the Gate Lord. When you kill him, you will get back out with the shield. Go back to the portal where you wounded the first Gate Lord and finish him off and grab the relic a second time. Because, again, what's going to happen is the first time you kill a Gate Lord, it's going to cause the Minotaurs to spawn, and part of your team is going to have to peel away and start protecting the Confluence from the Minotaurs. So by just hurting the first Gate Lord and then killing the second one, going and killing the other one very close together, there's not going to be much time for the Minotaurs to be spawning. You can get the 2 relics very close to each other because you can just hop over, get the second one because he's nearly dead because you almost killed him the first time. After you got the 2 relics, 2 team members will have 2 of the shield relics. Go on either side of the portals. There's going to be harder Minotaurs, like Praetorian Minotaurs coming out of here. Just put 1 shield guy on each of the staircases and bash away until they until they die. It doesn't actually take that long. And once this is done, you're going to get some more rewards, and then we have the final boss battle. Okay, so it's the final boss battle, and this thing is fucking hard, not gonna lie. Once you do it a bazillion times, it gets less hard, but for a group just doing it, it's going to be pretty difficult, and it's also just as difficult for me to explain what the hell's going on. So let's get started. Basically, what's going to happen is the final boss is going to teleport the 3 furthest back people. Now, when they get teleported, they will either go to the jungle or the desert. You're going to have to call out which one. Remember, it's jungle right, desert left. And once the 3 people are teleported into these portals, you're going to be faced with a barrage of enemies. Now, depending on which one you are, we have different strategies. For the jungle one, what we like to do is just run forward, get to kind of behind a pillar and start shooting the oracles. There's going to be 7 oracles that spawn. You have to kill all of these oracles or you lose. So, what's super useful against oracles? Gunslinger hunters. Get some gunslinger hunters in there. Even just 1 can help out substantially by killing the first 3 extremely quickly, and then you can usually just use normal guns to finish off the other ones. But you're going to have to kill these 7 oracles. Once you kill these 7 oracles, you're going to hop back out, and it's going to trigger a Time's Vengeance, which you're going to be doing massive extra damage against the final boss. This is when you want to damage him. Before I continue, let me say again, the jungle one, we like to just go to the very end. The person with the shield hides behind a pillar and just heals, and the other 2 can usually shoot and avoid the gunfire from here. It saves time killing the adds. They don't actually come up to where you are, and you are going to be doing that run substantially quicker because you are ignoring the adds. Now for the desert, it's totally different. Since there are so many hobgoblins, you have to kill these fuckers. So the first thing you're going to do is look over the ledge down at the hobgoblins and throw your nades, start shooting them a little bit so that they put up their shields and the guy with the relic can get down there and start bashing them. If they're huddled up in their shield, it's really easy for the relic guy to bash them as soon as they get out of it. Make sure you put pressure on these hobgoblins so the guy with the relic shield does not die. Once the hobgoblins are dead, you can start shooting the oracles. This runs just like the other one. Kill all 7 oracles. At the end, you will have a Times of Vengeance, which you will step out and attack the final boss. Now, when you step out, the person with the relic should do his cleanse as soon as possible, because usually he can get out, cleanse, and the other 2 will just kind of be around him, and it will cleanse everyone, because you're always going to be cursed when you step out of those portals. Now that's for the extraction team. The holding team is going to, the people who aren't going to teleport, the people that are going to purposely stay a little bit further up, just hold open the portals. Have one person kind of around each portal. Remember to call out jungle or desert. As soon as the extraction team teleports, they should say, okay, we're desert, and then you go to the appropriate portal. The entire outside team doesn't need to go there, just really one person to open it and hold it open. Now there's going to be supplicants. These are little assholes. They will blow up and basically insta-kill you. So what you want to do is stay on top of the giant rectangles that are in the center of the portal openers. They cannot explode and kill you from here. So try to use, sniper rifles and long range guns if you aren't necessarily on the portal that needs to be held open, and help that guy, help each other out. And one person can get above of the left portal and then above even again and be very far up into the top of the map and shoot down at the supplicants. Again, it's very, very important to kill these supplicants before the extraction team comes out, because if they come out of the portal and they're surrounded by supplicants, they have a very good chance of dying. So put priority onto the supplicants rather than the final boss. When you get Times Vengeance though, and the extraction team is safe and they have retreated to the back of the map again so that they will for sure get teleported again, focus on the final boss. But until they're safe, really try to kill those supplicants. Aside from that, guys, is essentially just rinse and repeat. You probably will die a few times if this is the first time you're going to do it, but hopefully this guide will help you out and make it as easy as possible. Now remember, on each of these stages you're going to get loot, so even if you get to the final boss and don't beat him, you will get a crap ton of loot along the way. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and as always, have a good day.